Howdy folks, Tetsu here, down in the lower tiers, where the power is low, but the battles are fierce. And I actually got it right that time. I've been sitting here re-recording this for almost an entire minute, because I kept wanting to reverse the gosh dang thing. Which, I don't even know if what I'm saying is grammatically correct, but whatever. Hello and welcome back to the first tournament for 7U coverage that I'm doing. Basically a reactionary series to every battle, every match in every round. Currently the tournament is in its 6th round, but I started all the way back in the first with this. So, last time we ended up watching the first battle between Dracul Mihawk, whose name is incredibly fun to say, and CDIJK21. CD ended up actually carving a win for themselves with their Meowth taking on Dracul's Voltorb, and Lady Luck was just not on Dracul's side with that paralysis. At any rate, congratulations CD on the first match. Like I said before in the last video, this is going to be the first actual game set of games that goes to the third round. Well, the third match. No, third battle. There. I really need to figure out how to keep up with that. Anyway. So, like I said last time, gosh dang my memory. Okay, moving on from that. But before we continue, how did y'all like the intro? Just something I threw together because, I don't know, I wanted this to look somewhat professional, if my ability to do so is not very good. Where the heck did my Mountain Dew go? Oh, there it is. Hold on, folks. I need what little caffeine I can get. There we go, you stay right there. Not sponsored. That's terrible. Okay, before I have y'all rolling the eyes in the back of y'all's head at my incredibly bad jokes, let's actually get moving with the analysis. Last time, Dracul started with Tentacool and CD started with Charmeleon. Is that going to be the same going forward? I'm not sure. Well, let's begin and find out. Alright, Tentacool and Charmeleon. Alright. So right off the bat, we have ourselves a... let me see here. Did I get that wrong again? Gosh darn it. I should probably write these up before I mention it. Hold on. No. Okay. No, last... Sorry. Totally unprofessional. Okay. So last time Dracul used an Ivysaur and CD started with a Charmeleon. I guess I remembered this from because I had actually recorded this set of matches before. But due to what time it was, I was nearly completely out of it. So my commentary was it's about as lucid as a 3-year-old. Let's see. Right. Okay, so Dracul had started with Ivysaur last game, but this time is going for Tentacool. Again, I'm awake, and I'm still scatterbrained. Caffeine. Beautiful. Okay. And CD starting with Charmeleon. Well, we can glean quite a few things from this. Let's start off with Tentacool. Tentacool is widely regarded, at least for the people I've talked to, as the best starting mon in the tier. It's special. It has a decent speed tier at about 70. Exactly 70, actually. 70 base speed. It has access to Wrap, which it can use to, if it hits, be able to switch out of really, really awkward situations. And it has H-Pump, which is a very powerful water move, and has the ability to one-shot Charmeleon. This means that CD has a few decisions to make. Charmeleon, on the other hand, is actually has base 80 speed, so it can actually outpace Tentacool. However, like I said, Tentacool has H-Pump, so 120 base power plus stab? Yeah, Charmeleon's not surviving that. So, what are the options? Charmeleon can Fire Spin, which is actually less accurate than Wrap is, so that's not exactly the safest option. It is an option, but I wouldn't really consider it the best one. Charmeleon actually could, depending on Dracul's decision, to actually attack, such as using Slash. Now, Slash is a 2-hit KO on Tentacool from Charmeleon. It brings it down to 52% on the first, depending on roll, I suppose. But more often than not, it's going to be a 2-hit KO. Because we have seen before where players actually use Wrap on the first turn rather than going for H-Pump. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm assuming because they're predicting a switch. I can only assume that that is the case. They're predicting a switch to something that can actually resist Tentacool's Hydro Pump, and they just want to go ahead and Wrap whatever it is and hopefully bring something that can deal with it while trying to keep momentum. The question is, though, what is Hydro Pump a better strategy, though? I mean, it's not 100% accurate, much like Wrap. So, but 120 base power, even for things that resist, that's still going to do some damage. Well, what does resist H-Pump? Water moves in general, actually. Well, first off, we have Ivysaur, pretty common. It's a grass type. Okay, special. Not amazing, but okay. It's not faster than Tentacool, though. So, if Ivysaur comes in, and actually, I want to calc this now that I've given it, actually brought it to mind. Okay, so nope. Tentacool and Ivysaur. Alright, we'll give Hydro Pump and Blizzard to... Alright. So Hydro Pump on the Switch will do roughly about 22.9 to 27.2% damage. Not factoring in crits, of course. However, Blizzard does 61.9 to 73% damage. So, if you hit with Hydro Pump, and then hit with Blizzard, let's see, 22 on the low end, 61 on the low end. Not quite a 2-hit KO, but there is potential for that. I suppose it depends on whether or not you want to risk, or if you get a crit, I suppose. Well, let's actually play the rest of the footage so we can actually move on. Alright, going forward. Alright, immediate switch by CD. Not bad, but the rap coming in. Like I said, we've seen this before, and I will admit, I always find it a bit interesting how that happens. Now, in this case, CD switched into Ivysaur, who I mentioned earlier is not quicker than Tentacool. This means that even if Tentacool misses, it's not going to be threatened by Ivysaur. But it looks like CD is just going to commit to the grass type being in, and Dracul seems to just want to keep going, which isn't a completely unheard of idea, I think. Main reason is because Charmeleon, as I've mentioned before on this, in the last episode, I'm pretty sure, in several episodes, I'm pretty sure, Charmeleon cannot OHKO Ivysaur without a crit with Fire Blast. It needs chip damage. And with Dracul doing this, it actually gives Charmeleon that chance to actually be able to threaten the one hit, the OHKO. Alright, Charmeleon is coming in, and immediate switch to Rhyhorn. The slash coming in. Okay. This is a bit of a thing that's been coming to mind as we've gone on. What is the best move for Charmeleon to fire, just in case of a switch? I'm honestly more pushed to the side I'm more on the side of Fire Blast, even though it's less accurate than Slash. For one, it's stab, and two, it has the 30% chance to burn, which, if it winds up being a Rhyhorn that switches in, and not only is that doing some damage, because Rhyhorn is not specially tanky, its special is pretty low, Charmeleon's Fire Blast is going to do a bit of damage, and that chance of burn can destroy Rhyhorn. I mean, Rhyhorn's best attribute is, besides its physical defense, is its attack. So, halving that, yeah, that's not going to wind up ending well for Horn. Now, there are arguments for Slash. For one, Tentacools. If a Tentacool comes in and you hit it, you've already gotten 50%, you've gotten a little bit above 50% health. No, it's at 52%. About half health. Basically, it's a 2-hit KO. So, you hit it when it comes in, and because you outspeed it, you finish it off again. Unless your opponent doesn't want to sack it, which, I mean, at that point, whatever's coming in after is going to be hit with Slash. It's just, I don't know. When it comes to Ivysaur being there, I think the Fire Blast is probably just a better idea, but, I mean, that is just me. Alright, Ivysaur coming in for Dracul, and Rhyhorn is going for the Substitute. We've seen this before. Substitute has a few drawbacks. One, it doesn't block status. This is the reason why Rhydon and OU, and subsequently Rhyhorn here, use it, because they actually only have to worry about poison or sleep. And sleep, at least in the case of Ivysaur, while, yes, Rhyhorn winds up being out of the fight for a while, probably permanently, it might as well be a KO, Ivysaur is basically not able to sleep anything else, so long as you switch your Rhyhorn out while it's sleeping. Now, that said, Razor Leaf does have a chance to miss. A very small percent chance, 5%, I think. Yeah, it's 95% accurate. So, this does, in a way, have a chance of just, being able to stick around. But, because this was done in on the Switch, I'm pretty sure. Let me play that again. Yeah, it goes in for the Slash, and then it was done on the Switch. This means that Rhyhorn will get a free shot at Ivysaur. And this will help for later on whenever CD needs to be able to deal with it. Goes in for the Earthquake, but Charmeleon coming in. A prediction! Very, very well played, Dracul. They ended up deciding, hey, well, the substitute's down. I doubt they're going to stick in, so I'll just switch. Now, granted, there is a risk of that. Risk of CD deciding that they want to sack their Rhyhorn. Don't ask me why they would. But there is a possibility. There is a possibility of that happening. Now, the Charmeleon Mirror. Okay. So what's Charmeleon's usual moveset? Fire Blast, Fire Spin, Slash, and the last one can be a little, can be played around with a little bit. We've seen a couple that actually use Swords Dance, but the most common fourth move we've seen is Counter. And, let's see. Oh, Counter beats the Speed tie. You'll love it. You'll love to see it. Well, okay, apparently CD probably wasn't too happy about that. Now, that said, it is Counter, so it doesn't do any damage. And, I mean, we even saw before... the counter fight. We've seen this before. I can't remember what video it was. Heck, it might have just been this one, and I'm just remembering the fact that it happened, not remembering where it came from. To put it bluntly, I've seen this before, and I still find it amusing. Okay. So, both Charmeleons have counter. What are the plays that you can make? My thought process would be to... Well, it's a speed tie issue, isn't it? So, for example, Fire Blast and Fire Spin are not going to do too much damage, and Fire Blast isn't going to burn because Fire type. Because of extra effect, the whole normal types can't be paralyzed by Body Slam, that sort of thing. Though, hilariously enough, you can paralyze an electric Pokemon with Thunder Wave. Because it's a status move. Anyway, getting off track. Okay. So, what do we have? What do our players have available? Charmeleon can use fire moves, like I said. They're not going to do too much, but they do prevent counter. Now, this does come at a cost that if the opponent decides to go for a slash, they're going to be probably doing a bit more damage. Well, let me see here. Well, Charmeleon's base special is... wait, it has 100 base special? Huh. I didn't know that. I thought it was a little bit weaker, but oh well. 298 with the 15 BVs. Let's see. Actually, let me check that. Wait, no, I'm looking at Tentacle. What the hell am I talking about? All right, Charmeleon. Let's go with a blank slate and right here. There we go. Okay, that looks better. 65 special. that makes a lot more sense. Okay, so let's take a look-see here. We're going to give you Fire Blast. And that is a guaranteed 5-hit KO. So 5-hit KO. Let's see what Fire Spin will do. Because Fire Blast does 20 to 23.8%. And like I said, it's a guaranteed 5-hit KO according to the calculator. Now, what about Fire Spin? Now, Fire Spin is definitely not doing too much. It's, oh, this is funny. This is funny. Okay, so on the damage calculator, it reads 2.5 to 3.1%, but instead of saying a KO, like, attempt at a KO, it says possibly the worst move ever. Oh, that's funny. Whoever made this had a very, very nice sense of humor. Okay. So, basically, how much would it have to do? How much would it have to do in order to get into slash KO range? Okay. Let's take a look at this. Here we go. Slash 70, which has a 99.3% chance to 3-hit KO. Alright, so I don't believe a counter on a full health Charmeleon will knock it out from a slash hit. Now I could be wrong. Maybe if it was slash always crits. What am I talking about? I suppose what you could do is you could Fire Blast, because it's a 38. Okay, so let's go for, if I can do, let's see. Let's say on the high end. This is when my brain decides that it does not want to do math. Okay. Basically what I'm seeing here is that you have a chance for 2 Fire Blasts. And, actually, well, I suppose you could do Fire Spin, Fire Blast, and Slash. I'm just making myself look even more incompetent. Okay. So, what I'm trying to get at is that now that both players have shown counter, what is the counterplay? What is the counterplay here? Let's continue. Okay, immediate slash coming in, and Dracul winds up going for the counter, and that does quite a bit of damage. I mean, obviously it didn't OHKO it, so yeah, from full health. But dang, that's a lot of pain. Alright. It just finishes off a slash. Alright. Tentacool, Charmeleon, Ivysaur. Was this the play? Was this the play, I wonder? I'm curious. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think would probably work here, because I don't know. From what I'm seeing here, now granted I haven't seen all the Pokemon yet, so I don't know. But I don't know, this just seems a little bit strange. Alright, Charmeleon does go down, and out comes Meowth. If Charmeleon I'm gonna finish off with a slash. Bring in the Tentacool. Now Meowth doesn't have exactly the best special, so. But surely you're not gonna try to overpower it, right?
Yes, darling.
Right? I mean, yeah, that does a ton of damage. That's gonna be a 2-hit KO. Meowth is hit, and then switches into Rhyhorn. Goes for the slash, and then. Okay, I see. Meowth does have access to Bubble Beam, so it's not like it's completely defenseless against Rhyhorn. However, Rhyhorn would not be OHKO'd from here. Not unless it crit, I would wager. So, in order to, and because of how low Meowth is, yeah, Rhyhorn's going to take that out. So, CD needs to switch, and goes into the Ivysaur. We're going to see an Earthquake. Yeah, there we go. So Ivysaur is quite low at the moment, Rhyhorn going out, and then comes Dracul's Ivysaur immediately being put to sleep. Immediately wakes up. Gen 1 sleep, folks. Gen 1 sleep. Now, granted, he can't do anything now, because when you wake up in Gen 1 with sleep, you can't do anything on the same turn. Alright, Rhyhorn's going to be put to sleep. Body Slam coming out onto Meowth, but, like I said before, Body Slam paralysis does not work on Meowth. Does not work on normal types. So Clef and Meowth are actually quite okay switch-ins for that. Ivysaur coming against the Voltorb because obviously it resists. Oh, but it does get the paralysis on Thunderbolt, which is actually pretty good. Tentacool usually runs Blizzard, at least from what I've seen. So, does Dracul switch here? What does he switch into? Tentacool? That's a 39%. That's not gonna... That wouldn't end well. Rhyhorn definitely ain't taking it. Definitely not Meowth. And we don't know what this is. So... Okay, it's gonna go for the Razor Leaf. Alright, well, upon the switch. And like I said before, Blizzard, Ivysaur goes down. And in comes Tentacool. Oh, Mist Wrap by CD. And Dracul is just... I honestly kind of expected Wrap there, if I want to be honest with you. But then again, CD could have just switched in Voltorb. Voltorb or Meowth for that. Since, I mean, they outspeed Tentacool. They could have threatened it out. I mean, looking at this, I can only assume that Dracul's just gonna sack Tentacool, because it doesn't seem like there's much point in switching. Yeah, there it goes. I mean, the only thing Tentacool would have actually been able to do is possibly deal with Rhyhorn, maybe. And here comes Hitmonchan with the agility, and there comes a Surf, and Hitmonchan gets hit for a freaking ton of damage. Yeah, I mean, like 35 base special, I think. Yeah, it's not really gonna take too many of those. If that would have crit, oh dear. Anyway, going back to the Tentacool thing, like the only thing it really would have been able to do is maybe, possibly, small chance win a speed tie against Tentacool later on, or be able to snag a hit on Rhyhorn. If not OHKOing it, 64%. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that would have been quadruple effective. That would have definitely taken it out. All right. Now, where do we go from here? Hitmonchan, 43% on Tentacool. I can only imagine that Hitmonchan can take it out, and because it's got agility, it now outspeeds. So there is that, and there comes a Body Slam, and down goes a Tentacool. And I'm assuming Voltorb's coming out. Yeah, Voltorb, base 100, Hitmonchan immediately switched. In comes the Rhyhorn, who is immune to Thunderbolt. So, yep, Meowth has to come out, and Rhyhorn is immediately switched for Dracul's Meowth. Alright. That was pretty cool, actually. That was pretty cool. Okay, let me make sure that I read this right. In comes Meowth. It was a double switch. So, because of that, CD's Meowth has to be switched out, / coming in from Meowth, and Rhyhorn now has to be switched. Oh, never mind. Rhyhorn is actually going to be sacked. Okay. What's the game plan here? Whoa. What? Explosion. I guess CD was just gambling at this point, because, I mean, yeah, explosion would have probably taken Meowth out had it actually hit. But I don't know, that seems just a tad risky. I would honestly think. That is a good question. That is a very excellent question. I can only assume that just on the off chance that Meowth stayed in, Explosion was basically the go-to move. With Rhyhorn asleep, though. Let's see. Well, Meowth is going to be coming in for CD, and Rhyhorn is going to survive. Okay, so it had just enough health to survive a non-crit Bubble Beam. And in comes the Slash. Alright, CD... This is pretty much over at this point, because... Oh, 2%! Wow! Okay. Actually, let me go to the damage calc again. Sorry if people were kind of annoyed at me doing this, but I mean, this is a learning experience. 68%. Okay. So I'm gonna go for a Meowth over here and a Meowth right here. I'm gonna get it Slash. And we're gonna bring this Meowth down to 68%. Okay. So it does 58.3 to 68.9%. It only had, though, a 10.3% chance to OHKO. So there actually was a chance for CD to win that. And had they been able to get it, Hitmonchan would have lost big time. At 32% health, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Okay. So, yeah, bad luck on that end. But good job, Dracul Mihawk, in the second game. Played well. Some interesting decisions, I'm not gonna lie. The Exploding Voltorb was an interesting one, but I guess I can kind of see where CD was probably coming from on that. You had to take a gamble, and just on the off chance that the opponent wasn't, the Meowth was just going to attack. But at that point, wouldn't Thunder Wave have just been a better option? I mean, Rhyhorn was asleep, and Hitmonchan was damaged. I don't know. It's a bit of a tough call, I think. But at any rate, folks, this has been Pokemon 7U. This is the 7th match, the second battle of that gosh dang it. This was the second battle between Dracul Mihawk and CDIJK21. This was the 7th match on record for round 1. Now, there are some other people that are, at least looking from the listings, that may just be pushed up due to scheduling issues and stuff like that. So not everyone's going to be able to make their games and so on and so forth. I mean, it happens. Life is life. But, like I said, every replay that has been up, I am going to be putting on. So, at any rate, closing thoughts. What have we learned? I've learned that the thought process that most of these players have is certainly interesting. For example, Wrap with Tentacle on the first turn when you have a Charmeleon in front of you. It makes me kind of curious, the risk and how the balance of risk and reward on that is done. The other one was actually the Charmeleon sack from earlier on. Let me... Alright. This right here. After getting hit with a counter, Charmeleon goes in for the slash. And it brings it down so Meowth can OHKO it after. But it really makes me wonder if maybe Charmeleon could have been saved for later. I mean, it's a very fast-paced metagame, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's just food for thought. Food for thought. But at any rate, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you've learned something. I know I've learned a bit. This has been a very interesting experience, I'm not going to lie. But enough of my rambling. If you guys want to check out RBY7U, come to the Smogon RBY Discord. Hang out with us, learn the meta, have some battles, because there's always somebody wanting to take someone else on. But with that said, I hope you all, again, have enjoyed this, and I hope to see you all again later. Have a good day. Bye!